Before I start this video, I just want to warn you guys who read the manga to not post spoilers. This video is about only what happened in the anime so far. So no spoilers beyond episode 54 or chapter 82. If anyone posts spoilers, will be banned from the channel. This video is about analyzing the story up to chapter 82. So if there is something that I talk in this video and there are drastic changes in the manga and you think that the world will end if you don't spoil that for me, then just post in the comments this: you are wrong. And that way no one gets spoiled and you save the world as well. Great job, hero. By the way, if I were to choose between saving the world or getting spoiled about the story, goodbye world. Anyway, in this video I will talk about sugar. How great it is, how great it tastes, and how much we humans crave it. But too much sugar can kill us, so please eat responsibly. The same advice I would give to the author of Attack on Titan, but I would change just one word. I would replace the word sugar with killing. The thing that made the story legendary is also kinda killing bit by bit. No pun intended. The story of Attack on Titan is about humanity facing extinction. There are a lot of stories that deal with this theme, but they show that only in theory and not in practice. Even though humans are about to be wiped out, everything in the world looks normal, and humans act normally. And that's why it is hard to feel the danger that the people are in. But in Attack on Titan, you see people dying left, right, and center. And seeing that, you feel the gravity of what is happening, and things seem hopeless. You don't see a way out for the characters. Surviving looks impossible. There is no safe place. One of my favorite lines in the story is Armin saying, "Home is a pen, humanity, cattle." But the key to everything is the balance. And that balance in the story has changed little by little. People are dying, but now it's become hard to see the reason why, or what was the purpose, what is being achieved. And due to all of that, now some of the deaths have no weight, and don't evoke emotions. Because there are so many, we have become immune, and it is not shocking anymore. When the abnormal happens all the time, then it becomes normal. Lately, when the writer introduces new characters, I don't even bother to remember their names, because I know why they are here. Their job is just to die and that's it. I'm not seeing them as characters, but as walking corpses. I do remember seeing this redhead, and she got my attention, because I think she's the first redhead that I have seen in Attack on Titan. I thought, hey, maybe I should pay attention to this character, maybe she will play an important role. But good thing that I did not, because it did not take long for her to die. If you don't invest in the characters, then it is hard for the readers or viewers to care when something happens to them, whether good or bad. I was seeing things like that here and there, but I thought maybe there's a reason for doing that, and I gave the writer the benefit of a doubt. But the last straw for me was killing the commander of the Survey Corps, and almost everyone in the Survey Corps. I did not think that Erwin Smith will be killed, at least not in such an ordinary way. It would have been better if his sacrifice would mean something, and because of his death things did change drastically for the humans. But his death was quite ordinary. He died in the same way just like the countless faceless soldiers. Erwin did not die because the Titans did something great, and that's why they won, but it was due to him not doing even simple things right. I know that this sounds crazy, but I think the scouts should have scouted the area before starting their operation. But I guess scouting is not part of the job of the scouts. The writer should have come up with something, but I guess he was too busy doing something else, which I did not think that I would ever see that in a manga story. I will talk about that later in the video. I did talk earlier about the balance and how the story depends on that. We have on one side the Titans and on the other side the Survey Corps. They both need each other for the story to work, and that way things are balanced. At the beginning of the story, the writer did show us the power of the Titans, to establish for us why humanity is on the brink of extinction, and he did a great job at that. Then he killed Aaron's squad, to establish the rule that if you are not a great soldier, you will die. Again, great job. Then he killed Marco, who was not just another character in the story, he was part of the main characters. And by doing that, the writer told us that even the main characters are not safe. And again, he did a great job. He did establish the rules of the story perfectly. And things like those are what made this story epic. Each of those deaths meant something in the story, and that's why it have an impact on the readers and viewers. But then here and there we got some pointless deaths. And then strong characters start dying, not because they were in impossible situations, but it seems for convenience. The less characters you have, the easier it is to write the story. But for some reason, no matter what did happen, the main characters did survive. Strong characters were dropping like flies, but not the main characters. So the writer did break one of the rules of the story, that no one is safe. Remember, everything is about a balance. In order for this to be considered a war, the consequences need to be more or less the same for both sides. For humanity to make even a half a step forward, they are paying the price 100-fold for every little gain, no matter how small. And that doesn't look like a war, but more like a massacre. It is too one-sided. And because of that, it is too predictable and thus boring. Because as I said before, when I see a new character, I don't pay attention, because I know they will find a way to die no matter what. I wouldn't be surprised if someone slips on a banana peel and breaks their neck. Since the beginning of the story, the Survey Corps is fighting 4 intelligent titans, and not at the same time, and all of them are alive. While on the other side, almost all the strong characters are dead, and almost all the Survey Corps is dead. Would anyone be interested to see a sporting match between an adult professional team against a team of 8-year-olds? I don't think so. That is why the balance is the most important thing. Now I am hoping that in the future the story deals with this issue, or the storylines have drastic changes. Like for example, outside the walls there are multiple armies of humans that are fighting the titans as well, and that way things are balanced again. But even if that does happen, that will not change what did happen in the past. Attack on Titan is a story that I like to rewatch a lot. I did rewatch all the episodes more than 10 times, and I have rewatched certain scenes countless times. But what did happen, especially recently, it has taken a lot of the enjoyment from me, because of where the storylines and the characters have gone. One of my favorite scenes is when Erwin Smith is leading the army to save Eren, but the Titan has bitten his arm and he's dragging Erwin with him. But even at that moment, Erwin is screaming, "Go save Eren," because he is the key to humanity's fate. But now it's hard to watch that scene, because according to the writer, Erwin Smith is a selfish person who led his soldiers to their deaths for his own purposes. I never thought that I would see character assassination in a manga story. But hey, there's a first for everything. Now, I just want to make it clear, I'm not saying that the writer is bad or anything like that, because I consider him one of the best writers ever. I have great respect for him. But no one is perfect, and I'm just saying that I think he made the wrong decision in this case. Look, it is easy to talk in hindsight. I'm sure if he would have the chance to go back in time and do things differently, in the story he would, as would every writer. Writing legendary stories like this one, it is not easy, and I am not undermining their work. But what I am doing in this video is analyzing, and when you do that, you will do 2 things: praise or criticize. If I would think that the writer or the story is bad, I would never bother to make a video about it. About what he did with Erwin Smith, the reason why I think he tried to portray him as a selfish person is due to him not having a good reason for Erwin to die. And one bad decision led to another bad decision. 2 wrongs do not make one right. Where is the editor when you need him? Saying that Erwin is selfish and he did all of this for his gains and he did con his soldiers makes no sense whatsoever. Unless we are talking about a different character. If Erwin Smith is not fighting for the good of humanity, then who is? If the Survey Corps learns the truth about the world, then who would benefit? Humanity or Erwin Smith? It is not that Erwin said that when I find the truth I will say to the king or now queen that I will demand money in exchange for the information, or he will use the information to become king himself. No, he did not say any of those things. So where the selfishness is coming? One wall was destroyed, and the other 2 were meant to be destroyed as well. So everyone would have died if they did not fight back. So Erwin is selfish because humanity is surviving. This is just weird, and to make it even weirder, we have this scene that I did mention earlier, where Erwin is being really selfish. The Titan has bitten his arm and blood is flying everywhere, but Erwin is ignoring the pain because he is very selfish and says, "Don't come after me, but go save Eren." He is even ignoring his life. He has no problem if that Titan kills him, as long as Eren is saved. So yeah, Erwin is the worst. So in short, no. There is not even a moment where you can see Erwin being selfish. Everything that he did was for the good of humanity, and he did deserve an epic death, a meaningful death, as it was his life and his contribution to humanity. Thanks for watching.